Hey, we're Meet the Creators, a web show that is dedicated to all forms of art. Every season, we challenge all of our participants. For this season, we have 3 Boston rappers going head-to-head in a rap cypher. We even invited some of our supporters to our event, so if you came out, appreciate ya. Before we get into the live side video, we want you guys to meet the creators. In this video, we meet Boston rapper Lucas.
My name's Lucas. I'm 21 years old. I moved a lot as a kid. So I grew up in Cambridge, and then I moved to Everett, then I moved to Malden. Now I live in Burlington, so I live dumb far. So, and creatively, I make music, and I like to take pictures. I like to draw. I like to do collages. I like to do anything that can kind of get my creativity flowing. So my stage name is my first name. I figured I struggled with that for a little while. I struggled with the whole trying to find a good name and something that could pop, something that could stick. I was going through names that just weren't me. I was like, that's corny. My main objective of my music is to be me. So it's what better stage name than me? And I don't know what I want to do with my music too. You get someone like Drake, but it's a very simple single syllable name. I don't know. I kind of want me to be Lucas. You know what I mean? So I always did music growing up, but in high school I kind of stopped for a little bit because I started playing sports and I started doing other things. And then I went to my first year at college, and I got really depressed, and I kind of had to figure out my life and figure out what I wanted to do and what path I wanted to embark on. And I played with some different things. I started playing basketball again, and I started practicing. I wanted to go to Brazil and go pro, and then I was like, yo, this is not me. I went back to music, and I was like, yo, music kind of clicked. The work ethic that was with music was something that I loved, and I just started working. Here I am today. I grew up in a couple different places. I was always a super happy kid. My mom was a very overprotective mom. She always knew where I was. She always tried to keep me close and so I had a good childhood. I had a happy, fun childhood. For a little bit, in elementary school, I started getting picked on, but that affected me a lot. I was like, damn, these kids are clowning me. I don't know what to say. But it was smooth. I can't complain. My childhood was good. It made me who I am today. I don't know. I always had a lot of friends. I always was around a lot of people, so I can't complain. So right now, we're in front of my church. So behind me is a building that used to be my church. The pastor at that church and my pastor kind of had some beef, something stupid happened. I'm not even sure what happened because I was kind of away from the church when that happened. And then we moved to this building next door, and we're at my church, and this is where I spend my Sundays and sometimes my Mondays. And it's a place that kind of guided me and brought me back to a better place because I was really down for a little while, and kind of God helped me reshape my vision, and this place means a lot to me. First time I wrote a rap and performed in front of people was at church. First time I performed on a stage was at church. First time I don't know, anyone told me I was good at music was at church. And I teach the kids here, so it's they look up to me because of my music. They it's cool because I get to impact people in different ways. And I definitely want to have a positive impact on people, so this definitely ties in with my rap. Right now, we are on Bunker Hill Street. This is my second home. I spent a lot of my high school years here. This is the Charlestown Projects. This is where where I met some of the nicest, dopest people I've ever met in my life. This place definitely has an impact on my life, and I think my life very much shapes my music. These are people that support the out of me, whatever I do. This place is definitely a very impactful place in my life. I grew up in Cambridge. I spent a large part of my formative years here. I spent a lot of time in Boston. Where I grew up kind of influenced the music I listened to. So growing up in Cambridge, and I remember when I was first introduced to hip hop music, because I was always in the car with my mom, so I always listened to Kiss 108 and yeah. So when I first got introduced to hip hop, I was oh, this is vibes. But I still had that kind of pop music influence, and I'm Brazilian nationality wise, so I have that Brazilian music influence of listening to my dad's car and vibing onto that. all those kind of mix in my music, and like if you listen to my music, it's kind of like a light feel, but like very hip-hop, because like that's the style of music that I identify with the most. Where I grew up and where I'm from is like the main influencer of my music, because I know that no one could be me better than me. It's kind of hard to find like gigs and opportunities in Boston because the city's not very connected. I feel like a lot of people just ask people for things, and it's like you kind of just gotta go and just show love and kind of be there, and like that love usually is reciprocated. When I started this like 3 years ago, my mom and my dad were like, yo Lucas, like be careful, like this and that. They listen to my music and they see like the projects that like I'm putting together, and like my mom, my grandmas were at my release party, and like they see it, they're like, whoa. Like my mom's still cautious. Like in my song The Challenge, like I say like they listen to my music and they tell me, boy, you got it. I listen to my parents and they tell me go to college. People will tell me like, yo Lucas, like yo, keep on going, like yo, you got talent, whatever, and my mom's like, yo Lucas, like I love your music, I think it's great. My dad's like, yo, I love your music, I show it to all my friends, but like don't drop out of college, like stay in college, like go get your degree, like I just don't think that's my future. So they're supportive. My boy Nick, he's my manager, and he's arguably like the most like supportive like human being in the history of like the world. Sometimes like when my belief lacks a little bit, like he gives me like a little push, and like he helps me like take some of the load off, like because right now it's kind of like a two-man team, and like I do a lot of shit alone, so it's like it's tough, bro. My friends are all amazing. Shout out my boy John, shout out my boy Heath, shout out my boy Brigay, Alexa. I can't complain about anybody that's around me. Everybody's supportive. I think rap culture is kind of, and not because of like the style of music, because I think like yo, rap gotta evolve, like you gotta like always keep on moving forward. I just think it's so negative. It's not too productive, and I want rap to be a more productive form of music, because like I believe that like us as like minorities, like we need something that like pushes us forward, and like rap is our main form of music, like hip-hop is our main form of music. So like I want to make being positive and happy and a good person and all that cool. Boston rappers aren't getting any recognition, really, like nationally. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard too many Boston artists that I'm like, yo, like he deserves to have like a national stage. Like the biggest artists in the city are like city artists, because like they know people, they know the right people, they're at the right venues, they're in the right gigs, and like I don't know, I feel like the recognition that Boston gets right now is fair. I hope to get that national recognition at some point. We're at my boy's crib. Two of my best friends live here. E240, Boston Make Music, and my boy Alexa, who does a lot of like my content and a lot of my pictures and helps me out with a lot of stuff. This place holds value to me because I spent a lot of time here. I was kind of just like our like little like creative space, so this place is definitely important to me, definitely important to my creative journey. Written a lot of songs in here, freestyled a lot in here, talked about a lot of ideas in here. These are like the most creative people in my life that live here and that come here. And my big thing is when I feel it, I write. Like if I don't feel it, I can't write. Like I can force something, but nothing good comes out of it. Like my best songs sometimes I write in 10 minutes. I just lay down and I just kind of just sit in the beat. I kind of just meditate into the beat, and I'm like, all right, this will sound good here. When I get lazy, I up my writing, but like when I'm not lazy and I'm really like going through my process, I'll write like 2 lines. I gotta go back to the beginning of the song and wrap those 2 lines into the next lines. So I gotta like always feel like, all right, like what's coming after this, and then I'll write the 4th line. I gotta wrap the beginning to the 4th line. Sometimes it takes a while because I have to rap my song over like a million times so I can get to the next line and get to the next line, get to the next line. But I realize that the second I get lazy with that, my transitions get off, and like it's a process. But like let's say I feel it and I'm ready to write and I want to bump something, like I'll listen to something, I'll catch like a little melody, catch something quick, I kind of like locate the pockets and stuff, and then I'll just start writing, and then just my creativity just takes me from there. I recorded my first single in my album at Mixloft in Quincy, because I found my engineer. When I found this dude, it was over. This dude Leo, shout out Leo. He's actually at Phoenix Down Studios now, which is like a pretty popular studio in Boston. It's pretty like up there now because John Scott, who's a Young Jeezy's engineer, that's his studio. So Leo just moved out there. Yeah, I go to Leo for everything. If Leo's at Phoenix Down, I'm going to Phoenix Down. If Leo's at Mixloft, I'm going to Mixloft. If Leo's comes to the crib, we stay at the crib. I kind of have a team. I have a lot of people that support me, but like I'd say like my team, I have a manager, my boy Nick. My biggest supporter is my dog. That's one of my best friends. My boy Alexa does a lot of my content. Like he really be blessing me. You know, I have a ton of support because of my friends. My friends are just like in the industry, and my friends are just doing stuff. Probably what came the easiest to me was like flow, like just natural rhythm. It's just something I had since I was little. Like I did like piano classes when I was little. I definitely had to work on my writing a lot. My biggest struggle was just like the work ethic part. Like when I grew up, like I was stupid lazy. My proudest moment is Probably my release party. It was something that like I worked so hard on. It was something that like I was stressing about so much. I wanted to get people there. I wanted to make it look dope. I wanted this, I wanted that. And it was planned out, but like I was just really nervous about it and everything. And I look around like right before I'm about to go on and I have like a full venue and like the vibes were like amazing. It just like made me so happy and everybody was there like for me, like to support me. One of the proudest moments of my life, not gonna lie. But if I get stuck creatively, I have to refocus my energies. Like I had to like read more. I had to like get off my phone. I had to like stop like watching TV and stop sitting in my house. I had to like go on a walk. I had to like practice other forms of art. I had to learn more and relax more. My favorite rapper of all time, definitely Drake. He can rap, he can sing, fire cadences, his flows are smooth. People don't understand too, his executive producing is insane. Like he has a crazy ear, so he can like collab with different types of people and he can make things sound good where he shouldn't be. And like people call him a culture vulture, but people don't realize how hard it is to go on like a dance hall song and make a banger, like go to a grime song and make a banger, and like it's hard and like he makes it look easy. That's definitely like who I look up to. Someone that I think is dope right now. I love Roddy Ricch. Meet the Creators is dope. Just the way y'all do stuff and like the way that like everything's set up and just like the questions, and it's dope. Like it's definitely a dope experience. It's dope to like be able to just sit down and just talk about yourself and what places mean to you and what got you here and things that I'm doing. I'm excited for the site. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. I definitely want to like represent. I definitely want to like show what I can do because I know I can spit. What happens happens. Maybe I catch the dub. I feel like I'm prepared. Maybe like the loosest sense of the word. Doing on some beats in the shower the other day and just like rap. I know that'll be alright. The beat that I feel I'll do the best on is probably like the 80s beat because it's gonna be the most simple one. I don't know, very straightforward beat that I can just like see the pockets and I could just like do my slow like vibey rap type. I'm excited for all of them honestly. I'm not necessarily nervous to be judged on the spot. I'm definitely my own harshest critic, so like I'm gonna judge myself way before somebody else does. If someone just reaffirms that, it's like that. Like I'm the GOAT, so like I believe that I'm like the best rapper in Boston. I believe I'm one of the best rappers in the world if you want to get technical. I think it's gonna be dope. I just think it's gonna be fun. So I might have to say to like people coming up, number one, like be yourself. Number two, like work hard. Don't listen to everything people say. Like formulate your own opinion. Like study. Like learn about it. Learn about it from different angles. Like let go of your bias. Let go of like what you think things are, because at the end of the day, like if you figure out what things are, then it's easier to get to where you want to go. Like if you listen to everybody else, everybody got an opinion, so like you have to have a clear vision on like, alright, where this is where I'm going. Be confident where you're going and what you're doing and the steps that you're taking to get there. A dream with a plan is a goal, so like you can make moves. Just make your plan, figure out how you're gonna do it. Take one day at a time, just do your best. Take one day at a time, just do your best. Where am I?
Promise you'll wait. Yeah. Promise you'll wait. Yeah. If I wait here, promise you won't take too long. Promise you won't stay too long. Promise you won't fake too long. Yeah, don't fake it, come on, man. If I wait here, promise you won't take too long. Hey, promise you won't fake too long. Promise you won't stay too long. Yeah. Promise I'm gon' make a song. Promise that I'll sing it.